Hey everyone,
Hiya.
Reddy Linx here, joined with Epic again,
Hiya again.
and welcome back to another Choose Your Own Adventure live stream, number 40. We're reading more Give Yourself Goosebumps, where, reader beware, you choose to scare. This week we're back, wait, no, this time we're back with another special edition with special edition number 4, One Night in Pain House. For those of you who are new to this series, basically, me and the guests will try to get one good ending with 3 tries. So if we get 2 bad endings, then that's okay. But the third ending we get, that's it. So, like I said, this is number 4 in the Give Yourself Goosebumps special editions. So, without further ado, I'm going to read the Beware page, and we'll be on our way. By the way, this is a book I'm reading on Internet Archive, so yeah.
Fair enough.
Anyways.
Sure.
Beware! Do not read this book from beginning to end. Take the ultimate challenge. In this Give Yourself Goosebumps book special edition, there is only one way out, and that means extra danger at every turn, because every choice could be your last. If you open this book, you dare to enter a haunted house called Pain House, where weird, scary things happen to you on Halloween night. Weird because everything happens like in a horror movie. Scary because it's real. You'll have to decide which is worse, having a monster dog, a giant spider, or a hungry, smelly tongue thing after you. You also have a choice, so for what 3 items to take with you. Choose the wrong 3, and it could be your last Halloween in this adventure with only one way out. That's all it says. No deep breath or anything.
Yeah. Well, I mean, deep breaths usually come later in these books, so.
And it looks like this is like a Trapped in the Circus of Fear and Return to
True.
Terror Tower thing where we have to pick 3
Yeah.
items with us.
Yeah, and it seems like we're doing this on Halloween for some reason, but
Yeah, I think this is meant to be a Halloween book.
Huh? Yeah, true. I know it doesn't really
Well,
seem like a Halloween book though, but oh well.
I mean, I get it. It could be a haunted house, but
True. I know, but like, I just feel like what's that one book we did for Halloween? Like the
Trick or Trap.
yeah, Trick or Trap. I just feel like that's a way better one. Like,
Yeah, I
you know.
picked that one because it was obviously Halloween.
True. Yeah, true. This one, I mean, you could make it a Halloween one, yeah, but it's not like Halloween, if that makes sense.
Well, either way.
True. All
All
right.
right.
Sure.
Enough
I
talk. Let's
sure.
start the book now.
Sure, of course.
All right. Page 1. Are we really going to do it? Trevor asks. His voice quivers a little. Are we really going to go inside and explore Pain House? It's Halloween night. You and your best friend Trevor Walker stand facing each other in your room. Trevor is dressed as a vampire with a long scar and glowing fangs. You are a horned monster, and you're ready to make good on your dare. You two are going to go inside Pain House. Pain House? What a name. It's called that for the Payne family who once lived there until they suddenly left town. They filmed your favorite scary movie last year inside Pain House, One Night in Pain House. But the house has been empty for a long time. That's why people say it's haunted. Yep, we're going in, you tell Trevor. Turn to page 2. So there's a movie called One Night in Pain House, and we're reading a book that called One Night in Pain House.
Okay, interesting.
So it's like there was a so we're in a universe where there was once this thing, and now we're reading it in our universe where that thing is this thing.
So it's like a Toy Story thing, if that makes sense. Like with Buzz Lightyear and all that, because I know like Buzz. What am I saying? Buzz Lightyear has like his own like movie and stuff in the Toy
Wait,
Story
either way,
universe.
in the book, there is a movie called One Night in Pain House, and we're
Uh-huh.
reading the book called One Night in Pain House.
Uh-huh. I see. Okay, interesting.
That's basically what this is.
Sure. Okay. Of
Alright, either way, let's continue.
course. Sure.
You've already finished trick-or-treating. You dump your Halloween candy out onto the bed. Grabbing a few pieces of chocolate, you scarf them down. So, what do we need to take? Trevor asks. Good question. There are so many horrible creatures in the movie One Night in Pain House. Dogs that turn into monsters, giant tongues, and a huge ghostly spider. You shake your head. That is only a movie, you remind yourself. These horrible creatures don't really exist. Or do they, you wonder? You gaze, you gaze around your room. What should you take with you? You decided to carry only 3 items. Otherwise, you'd be too loaded down, and you definitely want to keep your hands free, just in case. Turn to page 3 and choose 3 items from the list.
Okay.
One, two. So there's 11 items here that I'm reading.
Mm-hmm.
Choose only 3 things from this list, but
Only
only three.
three? Only
We can only
three? I was sharing
three
like
of the 11 items, so I'll read them out.
okay,
And they
sure.
also have a little bit of a bio too.
Okay, that's good.
All right, so here are the items.
Sure.
Flashlight, good for finding your way through the empty dark house, unless the batteries die. Candles and matches, also good for lighting the way through the house, as long as it isn't drafty inside. A leash. What if you captured the 2 dogs from the movie in Pain House? Maybe you should bring along a leash, which is great for keeping dogs under control. Usually. A handful of pebbles, good for throwing at scary objects. Bug spray. What if you run into that giant spider from the movie while you're in the house? You might want bug spray with you for protection. A baseball bat for protection. Halloween candy in case you need a snack. A white sheet for pretending to be a ghost could be useful. Paper and pencil for writing notes and for taking a map and for making a map of the rooms in the house. Canned string, a good joke item, and a cassette recorder to tape record any strange sounds you hear in the house. Choose only 3 items, then head for Pain House on page 4. All right,
Okay.
so I think
So
I think we should do this just like how we did in Return
true,
to Terra Tower, where I
true,
pick an item, you pick an
true.
item, and we pick one item at random.
Of course. All right.
I'm gonna go first.
Sure.
Let's see. I think the Halloween candy because what if we get
Yeah.
trapped somewhere? We'll definitely need some
Exactly.
food.
Yeah. Exactly.
All right, so that's one item.
Yeah. I think my pick is the map. To be honest.
The paper and pencil.
Yeah. And plus, like, we don't have to just use it for a map. We can also use it for other things. Like, for example, we could like what could you use paper and pencil for?
Well, take notes.
Yeah. True. True. Um. Yeah, you can use it for a bunch of things, in my opinion. Yeah, okay.
All right, and we need one more item. To decide what that item's going to be, I have 2 dice here.
Of course.
Um, whatever number it lands on out of the 9 items left, that's the item we're going to be using.
Alright, of course. Sure, I understand.
All right, rolling them.
Sure.
I got a 4 and a 1.
So, 5.
That's the bug spray.
Sure, alright.
All right, so I'll type out the items we have.
So,
All right.
5, 7, and...
No, we have 3 items.
Sorry, sorry. I thought you meant the numbers.
But yeah, we gotta. All right.
Sure, okay.
Alright, I'm typing out the items we have. So we have candy, paper and pencil, and bug spray.
Sure. Okay.
Alright. Alright, we'll go to page 4 to Paint House.
Sure. Okay, I'm ready.
There it is, you whisper. You and Trevor stand in front of Paint House, staring at it. Yeah, that's it. All right, Trevor responds. The huge Victorian house has a big porch, a round tower room, the crulicus around the windows. It's definitely the spookiest house you've ever seen. Did you see that? Trevor whispers, almost gasping. What? You ask. Your heart starts pounding. Go on to page 5. Something moved in the window. There! Trevor points at a window on the second floor. You peer up at the window. You can't see anything. Maybe it was just a curtain, Trevor suggests. He sounds as if he's trying to talk himself to believing it. You let a sly smile across your face. Maybe it was the tongue thing, you moan in a creepy voice. Tongue thing? What's that? He whispers. What's that? What's that? Oh, yeah, you forgot. Trevor hasn't seen the movie One Night in Pain House. You've seen it 7 times. You shake your head. Never mind, you reply. I was just kidding. Not funny, Trevor says. Then he takes a deep breath. Okay, I'm ready, he announces. If we're going in, let's go in. Let's do it. Go on to page 6. You and Trevor slowly walk up the stone steps that lead to the front door of the house. You step onto the sagging porch. You swallow hard. You can't help being a little nervous. The door isn't locked, Trevor whispers as he twists the knob at the front door of Payne House. He turns the knob a little more and pushes the door open. Creak. Your scalp prickles at the eerie noise. In the distance, you hear faint voices. Kids calling trick or treat at houses far away. An owl hoots in the trees. The wind whistles as clouds pass in front of the moon. But the sound you notice most seems to be coming from inside the house. The sound of someone or something breathing. Or is that just your own breath? Well, what are we waiting for? Trevor asks. Are we going in? Well, are you? Alright, give it our first choice. Step into Pain
Sure.
House or want to
Mhm.
know why you should even consider entering such a scary, creepy house. That's
Consider
basically
like,
asking enter or
sure.
don't.
Okay. Um,
I think the choice is obvious.
yeah, the choice is obvious. It's literally on the
Enter
cover.
the house. It's clearly
Yeah,
if we decide not to, it's gonna
of course.
scold us for being a wimp.
Or just make us enter the house either way, but they'll just drop a little bit of lore with it because, it's a book. They gotta make it interesting, I guess. So I guess
But
why
it's
don't we just
clear
enter?
that if we just decline it, it's gonna scold us
True,
for being not such a fan of scary stuff.
true, true. Alright,
We're entering this house.
alright, true.
Alright. You step through the dark doorway of Payne House. Just enough moonlight filters in through the trees to dimly illuminate a sweeping front hallway. Kabam! You spin around. The front door. It's slammed shut. All by itself. Trevor races toward the door and starts yanking on the doorknob. It's locked, he says in a loud whisper. Man, oh man, this always happens in scary movies. We're trapped here, Trevor moans, his voice crackling. No, we're not, you insist. All you have to do is break one of the windows and climb out, right? Bam! 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 Wooden shutters slam shut all over the windows. Trevor is right. You are trapped. Maybe this was a really bad idea. Like your worst ever. Why did you think it was a good plan to explore this creepy, empty house? empty. Crack, creak, creak. You hear floorboards creaking behind you. What made you think this house was empty? Find out who or what is in the house with you on page 18. Creak, creak. You turn around and gasp. There on the wide front stairway leading to the second floor is a dog. A small Pomeranian dog, just like the dogs in the movie. Trevor, you whisper, your voice quivering. Do you see that? Trevor is still twisting and yanking the doorknob. See what? He mumbles. On the stairs. Look. Your voice practically commands him to turn around. It's him. From the movie. Trevor turns slowly as if he knows he won't like what he's going to see. Then he rolls his eyes. You're scared of that little pipsqueak of a dog? He laughs. The poor critter probably got stuck in here somehow. You don't understand, you exclaim. Explain it on page 32. 32. Come on. 32. This is just like in the movie. You gulp to make the lump in your throat go away. What movie? Trevor asks. What movie? You practically shriek at Trevor. Are you kidding? One Night in Pain House, of course. I only told you the whole story 5 times. You run your hands through your hair in exasperation. Okay, these 2 kids go into Pain House to eat these 2 little dogs for some old lady. She's gone to visit relatives for something. Anyway, once they get into the house, all this bad stuff happens. Like the dogs turn into that. You point at the stairway, frozen with terror. Find out what's so scary on page 67. For your eyes, the Pomeranian grows from a tiny little dog that looks like a toy lion into a huge beast. His fur shoots out in ragged spikes, encircling his head like a razor-sharp mane. His feet have turned into claws. They look as sharp as an eagle's talons. His yellow teeth are curved like hooks. I don't believe this, you gasp. It's the same dog from the movie. It wasn't just special effects, it was real. Your throat tightens up in terror. Was everything in the movie real? Turn to page 132. And 32. Gotta get out of here now, you tell Trevor. If anything else from that movie is real, we're in big trouble. But what hell? We're trapped, remember? Trevor sounds frantic. There is a way out, a soft voice moans, but only one. You must find the right way out. Who said that? You and Trevor stare frantically around the entrance hall. No one there, but you two. And the dog beast. You exchange glances. You wonder if your eyes are as round as Trevor's. You've got to be brave, or at least seem brave. If there is a way out, we'll find it, you declare. The dog beast growls frantically, frightfully. Do something, Trevor whispers. But what? Alright, here is something.
Mm-hmm.
If you have the handful of pebbles with you, turn to page 55. If you brought the leash with you, turn to page 29. If you don't have either, turn to page 71. If you have both, choose between 55 or 29. We don't have
Dang.
either of those, so we're gonna turn to
Oh,
71 and hope for the best.
sure. Alright.
Okay, I'm gonna have to. It's kind of hard to grab at the bar to flip the pages, so I'm gonna have to manually scroll up.
Sure. Alright. Sure, take your time.
It was 71, I think. Yeah. The dog beast takes a step forward and growls. Your heart hammers in your chest. No, you think. No! You've got to do something and fast. But what? You don't have the leash. You don't have the pebbles. Did you bring anything that you can use as a weapon? If you brought the if you brought the baseball bat, turn to page 101. If you don't have the bat, turn to page 113. We don't have the bat, so we're going to turn to 113.
Sure. Alright.
If you don't remember, we brought the bug spray, the Halloween
Yeah.
candy, and the paper and pencil.
True. Yeah.
Alright,
Sure.
113. You shake terrified. You don't have anything you can use as a weapon against the beast. His muscles tense. He's ready to leap at you. Run! Trevor shouts, taking off toward a large room to your right. You glance over and see it's the dining room. Not that way! You call after him. The tongue thing is in there! At least it was in the movie. But Trevor doesn't hear you. He's already gone, running for his life. Oh no, you think? Dashing after him. You can't let Trevor face that tongue thing alone. Follow Trevor into the dining room on page 23. 23. Ah! Trevor screams the minute he sees the tongue thing in the dining room. You scream too. You can't help it. In the dark dining room, the tongue thing towers over you. It's a giant tongue, 10 feet tall, with bumps and drool all over it. The tongue fills the room, reaching almost the ceiling. The smell of the tongue makes you want to barf. It reeks of rotting dog food. It must be a dog's tongue. You gag, trying not to throw up. That's when the tongue thing lurches towards you. Does the drool on page 38. We're only like 23 minutes in and it's already going hard on the dog action.
True.
At least the Pomeranian on the cover wasn't a lie.
True. True. Yeah. That. Yeah, you are right about that.
Alright. Anyways.
Sure.
A giant gob of drool sloshes toward you from the tongue thing. Yuck! Trevor exclaims. Let's get out of here! He races back toward the front hallway toward the dining room door. Where you came in, but the door is gone. No way! Trevor cries. Where'd the door go? Your stomach flips over. You can't believe it. This is what happened in the movie. But how can it be happening in real life? All the doors in the movie work that way, you cry. They all disappeared whenever someone went through them. Why didn't you say so before? Trevor stares at you. Before I never b- before I never thought it would really happen? You snap. Oh man, we're trapped, Trevor wails. We're trapped in this room with that huge ugly tongue thing. Are you trapped? Find out on page 127. So it's like a one-way door kind of thing. Once you come in, you're not allowed to exit.
All right. Let's see.
So I guess we gotta stay clear of that.
True. All right.
All right, 127.
Sure.
You glance around the dining room quickly, trying to see past the giant tongue to the far side of the room. In the dim moonlight, you spot a door on the opposite side wall. We could get out over, but you don't finish your sentence because the giant tongue is starting to bend, as if it's going to flop down flat onto the dining room floor. But it's so huge if it falls. If it falls, it'll land on top of Trevor and you. Bits of slobber fly off the tongue, spraying you both. Yuck! You scream. You feel like you'll puke if that thing actually touches you. Your mind races. Have you got anything else at all that you could throw at the tongue or hit it with? Think fast. Alright, here's something. If you brought
Mm-hmm.
your Halloween candy, turn to page 98. If you brought the baseball bat, turn to page 60. If you didn't bring either, turn to page 30. If you brought both, choose one. We do
Alright.
have the Halloween candy, but
Sure.
so we could either use the Halloween candy or don't.
Use the Halloween candy.
Yeah, using this Halloween candy.
Sure, sure.
Alright, that's page 98.
Right. Okay, sure.
Alright. Halloween candy. 98. Help! Trevor cries as the tongue thing bends and curls toward him. Duck! Get out of the way! You shout. Then you reach into your bag of Halloween treats. You pull out a handful of candy bars and hurl them at the tongue. Catch you, drooling fool! You cry. Mm-mm. The tongue moans as it slobbers all over the candy bars. It stops flying to flop down on top of you. It stops trying to flop down on top of you. Wow, Trevor murmurs. It's just absorbing them. It's true. The candy seems to melt right into the surface of the tongue. It doesn't even have to chew it or take the wrappers off. Mm, the tongue moans. Give it more. Okay, okay, you yell. I'll throw the candy, and then let's run. Run to the door back there. Toss some more candy at the tongue on page 43. You heave your whole bag of Halloween candy at the tongue. Run now! You shout at Trevor. Bits of slobber fly off the tongue as you dash past it. You make it to the door on the far side of the room, the door that leads to the kitchen. Careful, you warn Trevor, who is ahead of you. If the kitchen is like it was in the movie, you better open the door slowly. Whoops. Should have told him sooner. Find out what's lurking in the kitchen on page 79. As soon as Trevor pushes the door open, a light flips on. But it's not an electric light, it's a black glow coming from hundreds of tiny, pulsing, crawling roaches. To page 110. 110. Glowing roaches swarm all over the room. They rise from the counters and floor and fly straight at Trevor's face. You're right behind him, so they're going to fly at you next. Look, you don't know if you could stand it. Unless. Did you bring the bug spray with you? If you did, you could try spraying the roaches. You don't really know whether it will work. They could be mutants who thrive on poison or something in this house. That's even likely. Your other choices is to stay in the dining room, of course, or have to face the tongue thing again. Lousy choices, aren't they? Well, what would it be? Alright, give it a choice.
Yes.
We could use our bug spray or stay in the dining room.
Huh. Um. Hmm.
Of course,
Um.
this is if you brought the bug
Yeah.
spray, which we
If.
did.
Yeah. True.
So do
Um.
we use it or stay in the dining room?
Whew. Oh, that's a hard question. Wait, what are we spraying this at again? A spider, right?
The there's some glowing roaches in
Ooh.
the kitchen, and they're flying at
Oh,
Trevor.
oh, I say we spray them, to be honest.
Yeah, let's use the bug spray.
Sure. Sure,
All
sure.
right, page 81. You decide to try the bug spray. It might just work. Pulling the can out of your bag, you march into the kitchen. Whoa! Trevor cries. Get them off me! The glowing black roaches fly straight at his face. Dozens of them, buzzing. Help! He cries, flinging his arms and hands to bat them away. You raise the spray can. Hold your breath! You shout. Blitz the roaches on page 16. The roaches rise in a cloud of and swarm toward you. Psst! Psst! Take that! You cry, pressing the spray button. Buzzing, flying roaches land all over you, on your face, your hair, covering your arms and legs. And then they begin to go crazy. As the bug spray takes effect, the roaches tumble to the floor. Millions of tiny legs pedal wildly in the air. Gross! Follow me, he called to Trevor, who is screaming his head off. Race into the back hallway on page 72. You and Trevor dart out of the room and into the black hall. You slam the kitchen door close behind you instantly. It disappears, just like the other doors in Payne House have disappeared. Where are we? Trevor whimpers. I can't see a thing. Over here, you answer in the dark. You brush at your face and hair, just to be sure, but you don't feel any roaches. And you don't see anything glowing on Trevor. Wow, Trevor murmurs. Are they gone? Are those bug things gone? Yeah, you answer. They won't bother us again. Wow, Trevor repeats. You can tell he's totally freaked out. What are we going to do now? I've got an idea, you reply, lowering your voice just in case some of the monsters are listening. Tell Trevor your idea on page 12. Okay, here's the plan, you whisper. We could make a map of how the house is laid out. I mean, from what I remember in the movie. Then we'll know where we are and where the windows are. That way we won't walk into any more traps. Great. Did you bring any Did you bring along any paper? Trevor asks. Good question. Alright, if you're carrying paper and pencil, turn to page 129. If you're carrying candles and matches, turn to page 63. If you don't have either, turn to page 100. We
Uh,
do have the paper and pencil, but the thing is, do
mhm.
we use it, is the question.
Okay. I don't know. I don't think we should, to be honest. Um,
Well, we just set our plan to create a map, at least from what we
True.
remember from the movie.
Actually, we could. We could. Yeah. Okay. Why not? Let's do that.
Hold on, let me check something. Alright, so wait, so should we make a map or should we not?
I think actually now thinking about it, we should.
Should or shouldn't?
Should.
Okay, 129.
Should.
Paper and pencil. That's one of the three things you brought from home. So you decide to make a map of the house. At least you think you remember how Payne House was laid out in the movie. The only trouble is, you can't draw the map without light. Have you got any? If you brought a flashlight, we don't have any light, so page 88. It said if you had a flashlight, turn to one page, but we don't, so yeah.
True.
Right. We've got paper, so I'll make a map, you declare. Give me a break, Trevor says. It's practically pitch black in here. Even if you can draw a map in the dark, how am I supposed to see it? Good point. Neither you can see the map until you got out of the dark hallway. Okay, replies, standing up. You feel your way along the walls, feeling for doors, but you find a staircase instead. The back stairs. Follow me, you command, starting up the stairs in the dark. Climb the stairs on page 35. At the top of the stairs, you find a door. You open it and out step onto the second floor landing. Moonlight pours in through a high barred window. You sit on the floor and quickly draw a map of the house. Trevor shudders. It's cold up here, he whispers. Super cold. I feel like someone just touched my face with icy hands. Know what I mean? You gulp, and your heart starts beating fast again. Yeah, you know what he means. Too well. That happened in the movie too. A ghost touched one of the kids on the face, but you don't want to tell Trevor. It would freak him out. Let's go somewhere else, you suggest. No! Trevor refuses. I'm not moving. I'm not moving. Not one more step until I see that map. Okay, you give in. Here, look. You lay the map down on the floor, in the brightest spot where the moonlight is coming in. Turn to page 57 to examine the map, then turn to page 9. 57? Okay, here's what I'm seeing. Alright, I'm gonna take a picture of this and send it to you to your alternate account on
Sure,
Discord.
sure.
There's actually a map on here.
Sure, let me see this.
Alright. I'm sending it to you right now.
Sure.
So top at the top is the first floor, the bottom is the second floor.
Sure. Purple parlor, green room, pink room, red room, tower. Okay.
Front hall, living room, library, back hall,
Upstairs,
down, up,
Okay,
kitchen, dining room.
okay, so the tower room, so the tower is obviously a spire that goes upwards that leads to like a third room upstairs in the third story area. Okay,
So basically we've been through front hall, dining room,
alright.
kitchen, back hall, and up. And so
Okay,
we're in the upstairs hall right now.
true, and there seems to be a secret passage under the stairwell. Um, okay,
But as of right now, we're in the upstairs hall.
sure, alright, okay,
Alright. Anyways, turn to
yeah,
page 9.
sure, sure.
Second floor stretches before you. Doors gleam in the moonlight. There are so many to choose from, each is labeled. It's quiet up here, Trevor mutters. Don't drop your guard, you caution. These rooms are full of monsters and stuff. We've got to watch out. How are we going to get out? Trevor asks. I mean, the front door is locked, and there's no back door. And we have to find a window or a balcony or something, you answer. Pick a room. Not me, Trevor says, backing away. You're the expert. You pick a room. You gulp and listen hard. The house is super quiet. Are all the rooms empty and safe? Do you have any clue where to go first? Alright, we're given 5 choices here.
Okay.
We can go into the tower room, the pink room, the purple parlor, the red room, or the green room.
I know tower we can see stuff, yes, but like I feel like we're just gonna get cornered in tower room. Uh, pink parlor. Let me actually look at.
Purple parlor, you
Oh,
mean?
purple parlor. Sorry. Um, let me see this. Purple parlor. I mean, I don't know. Like purple parlor, we can also get kind of cornered in. Green room. Actually, we can get cornered on these rooms, but if you wanted me to say a specific room that I think we should go in, I think we should say I should probably say pink room or red room because there's two ways out instead for one. And
All right, we'll go red room first.
sure, red room. And plus, if someone comes
Yeah, we
one
have
way, we can
three.
obviously
We have
go
three
better.
lives.
True. Okay,
I
sure.
guess I should also mention this rule that I should have mentioned previously.
Mm-hmm.
If by any chance we get
Yeah.
soft locked, we
Uh-huh.
are allowed to cheat.
All
If
right,
by
sure.
any chance we get soft locked and can't progress or can't go back,
Makes sense. All right.
yeah, if we do get soft locked, then that's when I
Which,
allow cheating.
all right, sure. And wait, what do we mean by cheating? Do we mean like
Like,
skipping
like,
stages?
like, or going back and switching one of our items with a different item.
Oh, fair, fair. All right, okay, actually makes sense,
All right,
makes
but
sense.
I'm only allowing that if we get soft
True.
locked.
Yeah, true. That makes sense, honestly.
All right. Anyways, we're going into the red room.
Sure. All right.
Cautiously, quietly, you tiptoe into the red room. Ugh, Trevor whispers. The walls are the color of blood. I know, you answer softly. Your stomach turns over. The walls even look like fresh blood. They're wet. The minute you step inside, the door behind you vanishes. Whoosh! It becomes a solid wall. Don't worry, you tell Trevor. We can still get out of the other door. Over there. I think it leads to the pink room. In the dark, you stare hard to see what's in this room. There must be something. Hey, what's that? Trevor asks, hurrying toward a small table. Turn to page 82. You step forward to see what Trevor is staring at. On top of the table sits a remote control, just like a television remote, except there is one, except this one has a number painted on it in white. The number 13. You shiver. 13. Bad luck. But you pick up the remote anyway. You have a feeling you'll need it. Come on, you tell Trevor. Let's get out of this horrible room. There's only one way out, through the door that leads to the pink room. Turn to page 22. Alright, we're going into the pink room now.
Sure.
And we have a remote control with the number 13 on it.
All right. Sure.
Alright. There's gotta be a way out of Payne House, you tell Trevor as you step into the pink room. Whoosh. You shudder as you hear the sound again. The sound of the door behind you closing up, changing into a solid wall. A way out? Yeah, let's hope so, Trevor mutters. Because the door is, gone. Whoosh, whoosh. What's that sound? Trevor moans. Why is the door still moving? You don't know. But something tells you that it isn't good. Your heart starts pounding. I can't see, you whisper. It's so dark in here. Does the room look like it's getting smaller? Trevor runs to one of the walls and screams. The walls! He shouts. They're moving! They're closing in! Turn to page 11. So it's just like in that one scene of Star Wars, I think, where the room is just closing in.
Hmm. Sounds like an Indiana. Wait, do they do? No, I don't know. Do they do that in Indiana Jones? I forgot.
I think they did it in Star Wars ones, but I can't remember. But the walls are
Sure.
closing in.
Right. Sure. Okay, makes sense.
Or maybe they did it in 13 Ghosts, but I can't remember.
Yeah. Oh, fair, fair.
Any of
Anyways,
you who know what movie does this, post it in the comments below. I'm talking to you, the viewers.
sure.
Anyways,
All right.
page 11. It's true, the walls of the pink room are closing on you. Wounds. Hear the steady creaking sound. In a few moments, you and Trevor will be crushed. Unless. Have you been to the red room already? If so, then you have something with you. Something that will stop the walls from closing in and crushing you. If not, well. If you've been to the red room, you are holding something in your hands. It has a number on it. Turn to the page at the same number as the number of the object you picked up in the red room. If you haven't, we have that remote with the number 13 on it.
True.
So 13. In the dark, you gaze down at the remote control in your hands. It has the number 13 on it. An unlucky number. Press the remote control, Trevor shouts. Maybe it'll work in here. Maybe it'll stop the walls. Yeah, you think. And maybe it will blow up the whole house or worse. But what do you have to lose? The walls are closing in. Your hand shakes as you push the button. See what happens on page 107. Almost immediately, the walls begin to move back. You can tell because more moonlight streams in the windows, and the new door appears. It worked! The remote controlled worked! Phew! Trevor lets out his breath. Close one. We're not out of here yet, you say shakily. What now? Trevor asks with a groan. There's only one way out of this house, you answer. I think it's up the spiral staircase to the tower room. Oh man, Trevor says. What if we get up there and there's no way out? We'll be trapped. We're trapped already, you point out. We have to try it. We don't have a choice. Well, that's not exactly true. You do have a choice. You could stay in the pink room a little longer and explore it, see if there's anything important there, or you could hurry to the tower room now before anything else bad happens. I were given a choice.
All right.
Explore the pink room or hurry to the tower room.
I think tower room probably. I mean,
Uh,
our main character said, I think we're already trapped. Come on.
but Trevor then said, what if we go up there and there's no way out?
True,
That's
he has a
also a
point.
good point.
True. Okay.
Alright,
Uh,
should I result this with dice?
yeah, why not? Sure.
Alright. Odds we stay in the pink room, evens we go to the tower room.
Sure. Sure.
It landed on a 4, so we're going to the tower room.
Sure. Okay.
53.
Mm-hmm.
Let's check out the tower room, you tell Trevor. I remember in the movie it had a broken window. Maybe we could get out of there. Okay, Trevor agrees. Lead the way. In the dim light, you hurry to the door marked tower room. You start up the spiral stairs that lead to the tower. Continue climbing on page 134. This is probably the book we had to turn the most pages. That's just
True.
what I'm saying.
Yeah. Yeah. True. I
Most of
agree with
these
you.
pages are just little
True.
paragraphs.
Yeah. True. Yeah. This is. Yeah. This is a very page-turny book, to be honest.
Anyways,
Sure.
you rush up the spiral stairs. You've got to get to the tower. What was that? Trevor cries suddenly, slowing down behind you. What? You ask breathlessly. On my face. Something touched my face, he stammers. You shiver. You know what it was. A ghost. But you don't want to scare Trevor. It's just your imagination, you tell Trevor. No, it wasn't, Trevor insists. And how come it's so dark on these stairs? His voice is shaky. Are you sure this is the way to go? No, you're not sure. But you've got to try it. Or do you? I were given a choice.
Uh-huh.
Do you still want to climb up the tower, or want to choose another room back down the spiral stairs? So
Huh.
it's basically, do we want to go back and see what was in the green and purple parlor, or just keep going up the stairs?
Huh. Um.
Something is definitely up there. I'm not.
True. Something seems up there.
We don't even know what's in the purple parlor or the green room.
Actually, yeah. True. Yeah. Let's go. Why not?
Alright, so we're gonna go down back to.
Sure, but the question is, can we come back? Is that possible?
It says page 9, so this is where we have to choose between the 5 rooms.
Okay, alright,
So
sure,
definitely, yeah, we do get to choose to go back to the tower.
sure, alright,
So page 9. So
sure.
do we want to go to the purple parlor or the green room?
I think Purple Parlor.
Alright, purple parlor.
Sure.
Page 61. You decide to enter the purple parlor. You don't know why, maybe because purple is one of your favorite colors. This way, you whisper to Trevor as you sneak down the hall. You stare into the purple room and let out a sigh of relief. Empty. You can't see much except that the whole room is covered in purple velvet. And there's a window. That's it. That's our way out, Trevor cries. Follow Trevor to page 117. 17. Okay, let's go. You agree? That window is even open a crack. The two of you step into the purple parlor. You tiptoe across the purple carpet. Try not to make a noise. But when Trevor tries to lift the window, it sticks. It won't budge. Finally, with a jerk, he forces it open. Screech! It creaks loudly. Shh! You warn him, but too late. An instant later, you hear the scratching sound of claws running upstairs, and then. Um, oh no. You know that growl. It's the huge Pomeranian dog beast! No, it's two of them! You roll around just in time to see them leap into the room. They're so huge they nearly fill it. Come on, let's jump! Trevor shouts, squeezing through the window. Jump to page 128. Trevor climbs halfway out the window and stops. Whoa, it's too far down, he cries. Too late to change your mind now because the dog beasts are already breathing down your neck. Their curved yellow teeth are only inches from your face, and their mouths are huge. It will only take one big bite. Sorry, but it looks as if you're sunk, or are you? Find out on page 56. Dude, it's suspenseful. It is suspending it. Suspense. You close your eyes, not wanting to see the horrible dog beasts' teeth as they close in on you. Everything goes black for a minute. An old woman's voice laughs. Your eyes pop open. Whoa! Trevor exclaims, standing beside you. The two of you stare at one of the dog beasts in shock. Where, where his head used to be, there's the gigantic ghostly head of a woman. An old woman. You recognize her as the woman from the movie. The one who asked the kids to feed her two little yippy dogs. Welcome to Paint House. The woman cackles. The woman cackles. And congratulations! You're one of us! Huh? Trevor sounds confused. You glance at Trevor and gasp. He doesn't have a head. Investigate further on page 133. 33. Trevor's head. It's gone. And the hole in his neck is crawling with worms. In a panic, you reach up to touch your own head. Gone. The dog beast bit it right off. Oh no. Now you realize the old woman meant. You became one of the hideous monsters of Pain House. But cheer up. At least you and Trevor will get to star in the sequel to One Night in Pain House. And you'll even get your names in the credits. Right above these last two words. The end.
Damn.
So we got attacked by these two Pomeranian dog beasts. Got our heads taken right off, and we're now part of Payne House.
True. Damn.
I gotta say, they're making this very suspenseful for us.
True. Yeah,
Anyways,
true, let
we
us
have
know.
2 lives left.
Yeah, true.
We have 2 choices. We can either go into the green room or keep going up those tower room stairs.
I think going to the green room, I'm being honest. I mean, yeah. Yeah. No. Because I don't know, I think the tower seems like there's obviously something in the tower. Like, yeah,
Alright, we'll go into the green room. We have two
sure.
lives left.
Of course. Alright, sure.
This way, you whisper, motioning to Trevor. Let's check out the green room. Hurry! Trevor doesn't need to be told twice. The two of you tiptoe into the small green bedroom near the front of the house. You pause to listen. It doesn't sound as if anyone followed you in. Hey, alright, Trevor exclaims. A couch. A fuzzy black couch. Man, am I wiped out. Trevor flops down onto the big, soft, fuzzy, black, mounded surface in the corner of the room. Yikes, it moved. Go on to page 93. That's no couch. It's a spider, you shout. A giant 2-headed black spider. 3 hairy black legs shoot out from the fuzzy mound. They pin Trevor's arms to its sides. Yikes! Trevor cries. You want to turn and run screaming out of the room, but of course you can't. The door to the green room, just like the all the other doors in the house, disappeared the instant you passed through it. Help me! Trevor cries. I can't get away! You race forward. You've got to help your friend. But a huge fuzzy black leg shoots out from its folded position and wraps around your waist. Try to get free on page 8. For a moment, you struggle in the spider's grasp, trying to get loose to pull Trevor free, but the spider's leg wraps tighter around your waist. Don't bother, a voice in, in the dark says. Huh? You gaze in a dark corner of the room. There, to your amazement, are 2 kids. The same 2 kids who starred in the movie One Night in Payne House. They're tied up, but there's something else wrong with them too. In the dark, though you can't quite see what it is. Give up. You can't, the boy says. You can't get loose. He's going to win, and then. Then what? Trevor cries, sounding scared to death. You don't want to know, the girl answers. Tell us, you beg. He's creating a human spider, the girl explains. A human being with 6 legs. He took my legs off and put them on Brian. That's 4 legs. All he needs is 2 more pairs. You gulp and glance down at your legs. Ugh, this is too sick for words, especially with no legs to stand on. The end. So the spider is trying to make a human spider.
Oof. Okay.
So basically just like a spider version of the human centipede.
Yeah, basically.
I am not going to go into detail of what that movie is about. It's too
True.
disturbing as it
True.
sounds.
Yeah, I think you get the idea from the name, but yeah, true.
Anyways, we have 1 life left.
Sure.
I guess our only option now is to go back and continue up those tower stairs.
Sure, sure.
Alright. It was 135, 4. Or we could have continued exploring the pink room.
Actually, yeah, true.
I just remembered that option.
True. Ooh. Uh, hmm. Should no. I mean,
I
do
mean,
we want?
should we continue climbing the stairs, or should we go back to where we stopped the walls in the pink room and continue to explore it?
Huh. I don't actually know that one, to be honest. I mean, the pink room. I mean, there's two doors, so if something comes from one door, we can easily go the other way.
Well,
But
we can only do one. I don't know if we'll be able to go back after we
hmm,
only have one life left, remember?
true. Yeah, true. Hmm. Ooh, something is telling me we shouldn't stay in that pink room for any longer. But then
Well,
something's telling.
we stopped the walls from closing in, if you
True.
remember.
Yeah, true.
Something touched Trevor's face when we were climbing up those tower stairs.
Okay, now you say that, now I remember that. I'd say just go back in the pink room.
Alright, I gotta remember where we were at that time, though. So, let me...
Sure. All right.
so, Pink room 22. Stop the walls on page 13.
Uh-huh.
See what happens on page 107. Alright, we're back at the... Alright. Now we're gonna explore more at the pink room on page 125.
Okay, sure.
You wait a few seconds for your eyes to adjust to the dark room. Then you begin to explore the pink room. A closet door is standing open. Hey, look at this. Oh, wait, sorry, wrong person. Hey, look at this, you tell Trevor. There's a there's a chest of drawers in here. Don't open it, Trevor begs. There could be a monster or something in there. Calm down, you tell him. We have to try. The chest of drawers, you find a small brass key inside. Yes, you cheer softly. What? Trevor asks. A key, you announce. What does it open? Trevor asks. I don't know, but we'll find out, you declare. Come on, let's go. After a little searching, you find a hidden door in one of the far walls. Then you quickly climb the stairs to the tower room. Hurry, page 76. So I guess it was a good thing we checked, because now we have a brass key.
Okay, sure, nice.
I'm
Okay,
glad I remembered that.
true. All right,
Alright,
let's go up to the.
76.
Sure.
The door to the top of the stairs is locked, but the key fits the keyhole. The door to the tower room swings open. You feel a cold October breeze. It blows past your face, sending a chill down your spine. Then it blows the door to the room shut with a slam. A breeze. That means... A window! Trevor cries. Look! It's broken! And we can tie those sheets together to make a rope. He points a stack of He points at a stack of. Oh, wait, sorry, I said it wrong. And we could tie those sheets together and make a rope. He points at a stack of sheets on the floor. Then we could lower ourselves onto the window. A racket starts up outside the door. Uh-oh, you recognize that bark. It's the dog beast. Grr. Screech. They're coming after us, Trevor cries. Look, something is slipping under the door. You glance at the crack under the closed tower room door. Trevor's right. Something kind of ghostly mist is creeping into the room. Start tying, you shout, picking up two of the sheets and knotting them together. Hurry to page 47. Together, you and Trevor quickly knot all the white sheets into a rope. It's not long enough, Trevor moans. Look, it doesn't reach to the ground. Oh no, he's right. Well, is there anything you can do about that? Oh no. If you brought along the white sheet, turn to page 102. If you don't have it, we don't have the white sheet.
True.
So we
Ooh,
gotta go to page 90.
true.
What we'll have to do, you tell Trevor. We'll jump the rest of the way. As fast as you can, you tie your bedsheet rope to a radiator near the window. Then you climb out the window. You begin to lower yourself to the ground. Is it holding? Trevor calls from above you. So far, I'm right behind you, he warns. Your hands grip the sheets tightly. You can still hear the ghosts and monsters, crying, screeching, pounding on the tower room door to get in. I wish they'd shut up, Trevor moans. He clings a few feet above you on the rope. Hang on a little longer, you say as you place a foot against the wall. At least we're getting away from all those ghosts and stuff. What makes you think that? A creepy voice asks suddenly. Find out who said that on page 17. Trying to get there. Your stomach turns over. You almost let go of the sheet. That voice. You can't believe it. The voice that came from the sheet. The voice says, laughing her hysterically. A chorus of other voices joins in. One by one, the sheets that you've tied together begin to speak into changing into ghosts. Oh no! Trevor screams. We tied ghosts together! That's right, the airy, filmy form says to you. And guess what else? The knots were where you tied us together. These were our arms, our hands, and now we're going to let go. And the next instant, the ghosts unclaps their hands one by one. They slowly let go, letting you fall to the ground. Ah! You scream as you and Trevor begin to drop. If you tied your own sheet, we did not tie our own sheet. That means we have to drop on page 114.
Sure.
I think this would have been the last option before we got to leave Payne House.
Yeah, true. Ooh.
114. Too bad you didn't bring your own sheet. If you had, you'd still have a chance. But without it, well, let's just say your attempts to survive Payne House have fallen a little too short. Your scream lasts a full 5 minutes, much longer than the time it takes you to fall to the ground with a splat. Why are you still screaming? Trevor asks as the two of you stand and brush yourselves off. Just practicing, you answer, giving him a sickly grin. Hey, Trevor gasps. You're transparent. I can see right through you. You're a ghost. You nod. That's right. Then you walk up to the front porch of Payne House and pass right through the front door. You are too, Trevor, you say, motioning for him to follow you. Come on in. Welcome to Payne House. It's time for us to go home. The end.
True.
I
I
think
know.
we were
True.
so close to getting
True.
the one good ending.
True, but like, how were we meant to find the bed sheet
I
thing?
think it was the bed sheet from the three items we were meant to bring.
Oh yeah. Okay. Okay.
Well, we came close, but in the
Yeah.
end,
True.
we did not get a good ending.
True.
But I
I,
will say this book was actually pretty good.
true. True. Hope-
Anyways,
Yeah.
I hope you guys enjoyed this choose your own adventure for One Night in Payne House. This was definitely a good one. I think this would be my top 10. And next time will be Danger Time, which seems to be another time travel adventure, but we'll see. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this Choose Your Own Adventure for One Night in Payne House, and we'll see you in the next one. Goodbye!
See ya.